Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to lay LVT flooring, which is basically similar to laminate flooring, however it's made from a vinyl material. So it's good for like kitchens, bathrooms and pretty much all round. The only difference is it's very thin. It can be cut with a Stanley knife as opposed to using a jigsaw or some sort of circular saw. But in this video I'm just going to show you a quick demonstration of how you fit this flooring, what's involved and how you can do it yourself. Continue watching to find out. So guys, just so you know where we're putting the flooring. So this is the front door area where the landing is, or the stairs. We're going to be laying this, which goes directly into the kitchen further down. However, we also need to come through this door, continue the floor layout into this main living room through lounge, which is almost the size of like 2 standard rooms. Again, we're going to follow this all the way around, and this should come straight back in the kitchen. Ideally we're going to do it without any door thresholds or any door bars, and it should follow nicely. The floor has built-in underlay already, so we don't need to lay any additional underlay. But yeah, let's crack on and see how we get to. So guys, for this project you're going to need some basic tools. We've got a square over here, measuring tape, a sharp blade or a Stanley knife, a block to click in the flooring, hammer and a saw to cut any beadings or any other trims you need to do. You'll be needing these tools to get this job done. So guys, in order to start off, we're going to have a straight line coming from the back of the kitchen all the way to the front door to just make sure we've got a nice straight line as you walk in. What we're going to do, we're going to start from this wall here, which is a bit unconventional, but we're going to start from here to give us our straight line. We're going to have to put a piece under this store door, and as you can see, we need to trim around the door. One thing I would say is when you're trimming around doors and door stops, try not to cut the piece around the shape, just trim the board to the height of the flooring, which in this case is about 5mm. So cut the door stops at 5mm, and then you can have some nice square cuts there. I'll show you how I do that. So guys, just how to trim your door stops to the right height is, I've got an actual piece of the floorboard we're using, turn it upside down so you don't damage the face, and you basically want to just use that as a reference to then run your saw against. And you just want to take some nice light passes, work it through slowly. Until you get to a point where you're taking the small amount out, and that should give you a nice enough space to be able to get your piece underneath, flush against the door. So I'm going to show you a quick demonstration of how to lay this flooring. This particular flooring, it requires you to go in from this angle first, and then the edge that joins click straight in. One thing you want to bear in mind is that whenever you're putting the floor down, make sure there's no debris or any dust in this joint here, and also underneath the boards, of course. And what we're going to simply do is lift the board at a particular angle, and you'll notice when you hold it up at this angle that the joint automatically connects together, and then we're just going to make sure that we butt it up right to the end as much as we can, and then slowly drop the piece down, give it a slight wiggle, and you'll feel that it's settled down a little bit. Whereas this set now is lifted because we need to click it in place, and for that I've just got this flooring knocking block, and all I literally do is raise it on the edge and give it a few taps, and that piece is now fixed in. I'll continue doing a few more, and then I'll show you how we cut these pieces as well. One thing you do want to bear in mind when laying the floor is you almost want to create a brick effect so no joints are too close together. So you can see the next piece there is far away from the next one, so we have no joints that are going to be too close and the chance of those joints breaking up. And you just follow that through all the way through into your flooring. Any pieces where the joints are quite close, I would avoid at all costs. The minimum I would say is 12 inches, and then you can go halfway or a little bit more. So for this next row that we're going to start off with, you notice I've got a 4-piece here. And if I just put another 4-piece together, the joints will meet, and that's what we want to try and avoid. So what I like to do is take half the board, make a cut and use half here, and then the offcut can be used on the other end where we have some end pieces that need some trimming or some cutting. So how we do that is simply just take, either you can measure exactly half. I just like to go with close numbers for this particular flooring. Most clients sometimes want every single joint to meet up in terms of line by line. However, this particular client is not really fussy, just going to reduce the amount of wastage. So I'm just going to roughly cut this piece in half, and all you need is a 90-degree square and a sharp blade. It needs to be sharp. So all we're going to do is work out roughly where we're going to cut it, which is here. Take the sharp knife, hold your square or ruler firmly down on the piece, and we're going to take one light pass first, and then we're going to follow with a slightly harder one. And that should be enough. And what you'll see here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a nice score line there. And all we're going to simply do is just snap that off. And now that piece can be used over here to start the next row. Again, you want to lift it a little bit up, move it down to position, and give it a wiggle, and let it drop. So we're ready for the next 2 rows here now. We don't have to worry about the joints being too close because this gap will continue all the way through this row.